What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back with another video. Today is your match preview for Plymouth, but more importantly, we could have a centre-back coming back, which will ease us in this transfer window tremendously. And we've got to speak about that as well in terms of the story that's transpired with Charlie Cresswell, Daniel Farke, and just seems that there could be redemption there. And that's a good thing for Leeds United. We'll get into it though. So before I get into it though, please hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, drop your comments and score predictions below. Thank you to Mr. P and Karen Curtin for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. Always constant support from those guys in the community. And thank you to Clive, who is a new member of the channel. Thank you, Clive, for joining. If you want to become a member of the channel, membership link is in the description. It helps me out, helps the channel out. So thank you to all existing members. Let's have a look. Bobby here saying there's a bit of confusion on whether Farke decided not to play Creswell or Creswell refused to play while he wasn't sure about his future. Which one is it? No, Farke took him out. Farke said so himself. And if Creswell refused to play, Bobby and everyone else, you'd know about it. There would be a lot more headlines about it. But Farke just said, I mean, he, summed it up in saying that while his mind wasn't right in knowing where he was going to be, he needed to take him out of the squad, and that's what's happened. And it happens in many football clubs when a player's not, doesn't know where their future lies. Sometimes a manager will take them out just so they can get their head right, sort out their future. And it seems like they've had a conversation, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. Afternoon, Gordon. And listen, Nate here saying, I low-key like how Farke handles the dressing room. Excellent at the dark arts. And yeah, we'll speak about that, Nate, because, for all the tactical question marks you can have about him, when you go about how he's handled the Charlie Creswell thing, even though it looked like that was the beginning of the end, he obviously has a way of working. And you could even probably go back to his Norwich days when he reintegrated, I should say, Todd Cantwell. I think it was Buendia as well. He's done that with Willie Nonto in the summer. It looked like Willie Nonto was seemingly going. Now it looks like Willie Nonto is going to sign a new contract. When it comes to bust-ups that eventually, get out there, you got to say he's got a good batting average so far. I mean, we can talk about how Roden got disciplined for his red card and Melier didn't, but you're going to get that with management. You're not going to get everything right. But I've got to say, the personnel handling, it's been good so far. Maybe players would like a bit more time on the pitch, when they come on the sub instead of just 10 minutes here and there. But again, we're talking about like personnel, keeping the squad happy. He seems to be doing a good job with that, got to say. So that's what I'm saying. I'm fair with everything. There's no agenda. When he does things right, I will big him up. And got to say, this is a good thing. And I want to get into more detail on why it's a good thing too. Nate saying it's that German psychological warfare. Yeah, listen, another one of those German managers is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, Jurgen Klopp, who, look, he usually bands out the same 11 and everything else like that, usually when everyone's fit. He's going at the end of this year now. Obviously, difference between Farke and Klopp, quite clearly. But yeah, it's just management. Management these days, you've got to say, is more about how you handle the players. Because let's face it, these days, players are more precious now than ever. If you upset a player, it's not like, I'm going to show this manager. Usually it's, well, I ain't bothering this. I'm going. I'm leaving. But so it does take a special kind of manager to manage these situations. And he's had a few of them in his short time at Leeds. And got to say, he's handled them very well. Gordon here saying, when you see how the team are together, I think you're saying you can see how together the team are with Rutter's video. I love that video with Jorginho and Willie. And you can see the older like lads of the dressing room just sitting there, must be thinking, oh my God, you guys, please stop. I just want to go home. But yeah, Jorginho, Willie, and all those guys. There's a good camaraderie there. You can tell that there's some love between the players. And you need that in the dressing room. I've always said, though, you don't need everyone to like each other. That's evident through history with partnerships and players that don't get along in the squad. But when you've got it and you've got a good product on the pitch or you're getting points, it's even better, isn't it? Bobby, can he manage Firpo's quaver legs too? They could do with some management pause, though. Listen, we'll see, won't we? But he did talk about the need for transfers, but we'll speak about that in a bit also. Lil Shia Garaf saying Charlie had the sulks. I'm sure after a bit of reflection and probably a chat with teammates, he showed a bit of humility and Farke has given him another chance. Yeah, of course, we're not going to know the detail of what's gone on behind the scenes. But I liken it again to Willie Nonto, not so much the strike thing, but you make a decision and you're probably regretting your dad putting that out on social media too, because that doesn't really put you in the best of light. Because just like with Aaron Ramsdale, I do believe that he would have known his father's going on that Arsenal pod and he would have said, yeah, go for it. And obviously, Charlie will know that his dad is not only his dad, it's his agent too. So he'll know that he would have put that out. And maybe he wishes he could take that back. But you live and you learn, people. And I've always been an advocate. As long as a mistake isn't too egregious, forgive and forget. No one I'm seeing in this chat now, I'm looking at myself here. No one is perfect, man. But as long as you learn from your mistakes, it's all good with me. Um, Matt here saying, guessing no one is coming for Creswell too, which add weights to Farke assessment. If he was that ready and able, there'll be takers with decent cash on offer. No, I disagree with that, Matt. There was definitely interest in him, 100%. Take that for what you want, but there was definitely interest in him. Whether they could meet the rumored 5 million valuation is another thing. But if he was wanting to go, and Farke did make it pretty clear the last couple of weeks too, if there was a deal that could be done on all three sides, then he would have left by now. But seeing as nobody has come up with a solution or a solution, I'm sounding like Daniel Farke there. So seeing as no one has come up with an offer suitable for Leeds United, then he stays. That is the way to do business as well. I mean, we've just seen Calvin Phillips. I mean, there's a buy option. I don't think West Ham are going to exercise it, but West Ham could be buying Calvin Phillips for 40 million in the summer. That's pretty much what we sold him for when he was at his, peak. And he's not at his peak no more. So it's all about how you do business. Russ is saying, if Creswell makes his way back in, then fair play to him, but I still want us to strengthen that in the back. Yeah, listen, let's put Gavin here saying his dad has probably had a word with him. I mean, Gavin, if you're looking at it that way, his dad is one of the reasons why this whole ruckus came out. Because I'm firmly, I said it then and I say it now. If Richard Creswell doesn't put that out, Daniel Farke doesn't talk about his lack of professionalism in training. He doesn't mention one word of it. But Daniel Farke is a proud man. If you shoot at me, I'm going to shoot at you back. And I think that's the reason why we got such a detailed lashing of Charlie Creswell's training, lack of training, concentration and everything else like that. So I think his dad probably wish he could have that one back too. Lord Shigaraf, and I agree with this as well, Lord Shigaraf. Farke will always stand his ground, but he will be happy to give a second chance. It's proven, isn't it? You just have to go through with what's happened so far. Even just at Leeds United, it's proven. He did it at Norwich too. You just have to go with the evidence you've seen, and it does seem like, unless it's something like majorly bad, there's always going to be a way back as long as you apologize or see the error of your ways, talk to each other, communicate, see where you've gone wrong, where you hope and Daniel Farke will give you an opportunity at some point. There is a way back. Fair enough. I like that. I honestly like that. Jesse Marsh for Anfield. I don't know, man. I don't know if Liverpool want to play that way. You know what I mean, Gavin? He needs to worry about his driving. One of those. But listen, let's just get the article. Phil Hayes put this out, and this is a summary of what was said. So let me just get this here. Charlie Creswell could return to Leeds fold, says Daniel Farke. Daniel Farke says the doors reopened for Charlie Creswell at Leeds United after fresh talks with the England under-21 international. Creswell is poised for a return to United's matchday squad in the near future, having been ostracized from Farke's plans amid doubts over his focus and future. So they're just answering the earlier question. There it is. It's saying that Farke did take him out of the firing line while his future was up in the air. And on the interest, United have received loan interest from Championship sides, but had no interest in sending him out temporarily and placed a value of 5 million on him, a figure from which no rival team have met, which is understandable in the Championship. Farke revealed a fortnight ago that concerns over Cresswell's attitude had led him to tell the defender that he would not be involved in the club's first team schedule for the foreseeable future. But speaking on Friday, Farke said he was in training in the last weeks, absolutely professional and open and honest. We agreed, and I also told him I will not call him to the matchday squad until he is ready to go. We have had conversations in the last days. He definitely wants to stay. The door is open, is always open. We were pretty clear, and it's up to him. I'm not annoyed by the situation. It was very understandable. He was a regular starter in the Championship last season. When you're not playing too much, you're overthinking the situation. And right now, the door is back open for him to be re-involved. Lovely. There can be no complaints about any of that. I absolutely understand everything that has been said in this one thing from what Daniel Farke said today. The guy wants first team football, thinks he's going to get more playing time, sees his time reduce, drastically. Not happy about it, thinking that this month he could probably seek pastures new, but it hasn't happened. And now they've had a conversation. We're desperate for centre back cover, which is quite clear. And now there's room for both to see that there could be opportunities for Charlie Creswell to play in the future. I think it's great. What are you guys saying, people? Crypto Steve saying, I can understand he thinks he's better than Cooper, but just opinions. Yeah, I can see he's probably I can see that he's probably thinking that too, Steve, and he should be backing himself to be better than this version of Liam Cooper. 100% he should. He should have been thinking that in the Premier League too, in all honesty. But yeah, that can be a part of the annoyance for Charlie Creswell. But what I will say, which is why this is so great, is that we have been looking at centre backs, and I haven't been convinced with any of the names. You've heard me. Ben Godfrey, yeah, cool. If it's a loan, do not want him permanently. Who's the other one? We've been seeing Nat Phillips' name being, bandied about again. No, thank you very much. We have got Charlie Creswell here, and if he's ready to play, that for me takes away one of the options. Because if we're thinking the way that Daniel Farke thinks, and we're gonna have to do that, with Ampadu now becoming another centre-back option and probably keeping Strike out when Strike is eventually fit to return, and we'll talk about that too. We have got Ampadu, Roden, Liam Cooper, and now Charlie Creswell to play at centre-back. So for this season, I think we're covered. So now that means the full focus of the recruitment can now go where it needs to be, and that is fullback, people. So it's great news. This is absolutely brilliant news. Matt is saying here, honestly, not seen enough of him in the lead show, but hopefully he gets that chance. Would rather we sign a right back, left back, 100%, and keep Cressy than sign another centre back. Yeah, unless the centre back is Ronnie Edwards, who I would absolutely love to get, and that's a long term signing for me. I think he can play in the Championship now and move up to the Premier League. Unless it's someone like that, I'm cool with all the names we've heard being linked with this team, because they haven't been anything exciting. They're no better than Charlie Creswell at this stage, I'm afraid. Ben Godfrey, he's got Premier League experience, but he's got poor Premier League experience. So not all experience is good experience. He's not a good defender. He will give you pace at the back. He will give you the odd occasional game, but he'll also have the bozo moments. And let's face it, we don't need any of those. We got a good defense right now. It's just about getting its strength in depth. And I don't think Ben Godfrey is coming here to play on the bench either. So why not have somebody that's already integrated with the squad, who has got decent ability at this level, which is proven, and let him, and when the opportunity arises, let him play. Honestly, great stuff. Great stuff. I'm not going to go with this trope of this is like a new signing. We ain't doing that here. But it does then fill up a need, an additional need that all of a sudden came up during this month because of his absence in the squad. It's excellent, people. Yeah, Matt, 100% would rather keep Creswell than Nat Phillips that we're linked to. Nat Phillips is trash. Sorry, he's trash. People get blinded because he plays for Liverpool and think that he must be good. He's a meat and potatoes defender, and if he moves to Preston on a permanent, if he moves to Rotherham on a permanent, you will never see anyone go, "Oh man, Nat Phillips, man, how is he at Rotherham? Man, he needs to be playing at a high level." No one's saying that, I promise you. It is. It's not. It is what it is. Direct here. Sorry for being late, by the way. Direct, you're apologizing like this is registration at school. It's cool, man. Just watch the replay. It's fine, but thank you. Matt here saying, good morning from Canada. Hey, Canada, eh? Canada, eh, Matt? A boat? A boat? Is that good, Matt? Would love to see Creswell, Anthony, and Nanto play against Plymouth. Lovely, lovely segue. Because if we go into the news, team news, Gray and James are going to be out for a couple weeks, likely to miss Bristol City too, which is a bummer. But one thing that is good, okay, it doesn't say it there, but Willie Nanto is back. Willie Nanto is back. So, that is a good thing. And I would fully expect, in the absence of Dan James against Plymouth and against Bristol City next week, that Willie Nanto starts. And let's face it, you're not losing a lot there. Yes, Dan James has been electric. Let me not take nothing away from Dan James. He's been one of my favorite players this season. But when you're taking him out and putting Willie Nonto in, that's a good sub. That's a good sub, people. Bobby here, can I go to the toilet? You should have gone during break time, Bobby. You know the drill. You know how mad that is when you really deep it about at school. You should have gone at break time. I didn't need it at break time. How dare you try and tell me when I need to go toilet? It's all mad, the kind of things we accepted at school, isn't it? It's all mad. Man. Yeah, Matt, exactly. Big opportunity for Nanto against Bristol City. Yeah, and against Plymouth tomorrow. Let him get some numbers tomorrow. You know, let him register an assist, let him get a goal tomorrow, let him be involved in big build-ups towards a goal. You know, I'm not big on you have to be the final assist in football. I do believe that the build-up matters. So let him have a good outing tomorrow and let him take it into the Bristol City game. You know what? Make it difficult for Danny Farke to change that starting 11 when Dan James eventually returns. You know, no one would ever have thought that Pascal Strout's place this season, the way he's played, would be in doubt. But when you're looking at Gruev in the midfield, Rodon and Ampadu marshalling at the back, it's tough, isn't it? But what a great problem to have. What a great problem to have. Occasionally the headmaster. Let's have a look. Yeah, Gavin, Bristol City away at Coventry also. Yeah. And even then, Gavin, even if we both had a week's rest, we should still be looking at Bristol City, although it's away from home, and thinking, you know what, we're going to keep the pressure up on the top two, and we're going to get 3 points here. We're going to get 3 points. So, but you're right, that should be taken into account as well. They do play a game just before they play us. Matt he's saying Joseph, Perot, Nanto, Anthony front four. It's not bad, is it? Anthony, yeah, he's like this. I'll be honest, I don't think it's worked out. But when you're talking a home game in the FA Cup against Plymouth, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. I would give him a start. I did mention about Patrick Bamford a couple times, and I just wonder, you know, now we're talking about the FA Cup game. Would you guys start him in the form he's in, or would you give him a rest in this one just to avoid burnout or any potential niggles that he may have? And I only say that just because when you're in hot form, which he is, not hot, but he's in good form, yeah. I just think that you should just continue to play to keep your rhythm going. But then I also do get it if you think that you should be rested in this game. What do you guys say? Gavin here saying rest Bam Bam, start Peru. Yep, Peru as well. Yep. Start Joseph. Yep. Direct saying I'd rest Bamford in case he breaks some. Sorry, I'd rest Bamford in case he breaks something celebrating a goal. You know how mad that is. That is so mad. Ivanless Tonyless Brentford, man. Last minute, what is it? Equalizer. Jumped up and injured his hamstring. It's crazy, isn't it? You know, but yeah, we do have to mind for that. Karen here saying rest Paddy, play Peru. Yep. And listen, it's not bad, is it? It's not a bad swap, is it? In all fairness, we're in good conditions right now when we are going forward. It's just a fullback. It's a glaringly light position to play. I would expect Byram to play in this game as well, coming in at right back. Makes sense to me. But yeah. Diggler here, and this is something that Farke did say, so Diggler, thank you. Personally, I'd rest the top players, but Farke says he takes the cup seriously. I'm okay with Farke's judgment. Yeah, listen, I'm glad he's taking it seriously. That's another thing I like to hear. I don't like all this, let's go out the cup. I understand the don't draw the game so we don't get a replay. I hear that. But why not go as far as we can? Keep the momentum rolling. And who knows who we get in the next round? Eastleigh might get through again. Is it Eastleigh that went through? Eastbourne, whoever it is. We could get another favorable cup tie. And I would absolutely love it. I love the cups, man. I love the cups. I would love this club to lift some silverware. It may not be this season, but it's got to happen in my lifetime. Got to happen in my time supporting the club anyway. And yeah, I mean, Matt saying here, Byram and Shats will get minutes. Yeah, I mean, Shackleton could play at right back again. Shackleton is one of those that I would move out this month as well. Really, I'd move him out. But yeah, Shackleton could be at right back. Byram could play at left, also giving Firpo a rest. So we shall see the team tomorrow. And listen, I've got the link for the match reaction in this description as well. So if you want to click the reminder for that and join me live tomorrow after the game, please do so. Let's have a look. Let me see. Let me Kilgallen, my Norwegian. You guys from Norway are so good with your support. Thank you, man. It's like a new signing, Cage. Oh, no, it's like a new signing. Hype. Oh no. Creswell's like the new signing, but it just takes away the need, because I didn't think that centre back was somewhere we needed to strengthen at the start of the window. But now it just takes that away again. So I'm not going to go with this like a new signing, but I hear what you're saying. Tyler Jones. Tyler Jones is back, people. Leeds are trash. Get your squabbles up. Want to see you like back up in the Premier League. Tyler, man, I wish I knew who you supported, man. But you know what? Thank you for your donation yet again. Thank you. All love. All love. Direct here with a decent point as well. Resting Firpo might be a bigger problem than Bamford. He needs to be ticking over. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Reps, and the form that these guys are in. It wouldn't be a bad idea to keep playing them, but then I do understand people rest them as well. But yeah, was there anything else on the team news that I need to say? You know, we talked about the Creswell thing. There's Klopp going. That was surprising news though today, I will say. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Nanto will be available tomorrow, just to confirm. And you know, that was said in the press conference. So yeah, listen, people. Bobby saying bro's paying the Leeds fan to call the Steve Trash. Hey, listen, however they want to donate, I'm open to it, man. You know, as long as it's not too egregious, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's not too egregious. But you know, listen, oh Tyler, you support Liverpool. You must be in tears today, man. Are you gonna miss Klopp in it? You're gonna miss Klopp. This reset, you know, Klopp said, you know what, I can't do it no more. I got no energy. Pep's just too much for me. He's just too much. Now, I know seriousness, Klopp's been good for you, man. He's been a perfect match for you. You guys definitely match Klopp's personality. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where you go from here. Lewis is saying, as a football fan, I hope Klopp wins the league. Well, because Tyler's in here, I hope Klopp suffers the Steven Gerrard things and slips up before the last game of the season. How about that? But yeah, listen, people. Let's get the score prediction. See, I can't even clown Liverpool properly because look at where we are, man. Championship team. But yeah, score predictions for the game tomorrow, people. What we're saying, I'm going to say, in lieu of changes, you know, I'm going to go 2-0 again. I'm going to go 2-0. Yeah, I'm going to go for a simple 2-0. I think we'll be good defensively. Yeah, I think 2-0. John saying 3-0, Jim 2-0, Gavin 4-0, Karen 2-0, Leeds, Bobby saying 2-1, Leeds win. Yeah. Sideways is cup side. Okay. Render saying 2 or 3-0. Yeah, 3-0. So no one's really thinking we're going to have a problem against Plymouth, and I'm in full agreement. I am kind of taking them lightly, I'll be honest, but I don't think that the team and Daniel Farke will allow that to happen. I think they will treat the game seriously, like Daniel Farke said today, and we will get through to the next round. Guys, how long has it been since we got to the 5th round of the FA Cup? It's been a minute. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm enjoying it. I'll be real with you. I'm enjoying it. So long may it continue. Matt Cuddle. For sure, cut tied. Oh no, they're gonna miss him. That happened quietly, didn't it? Him being released by Norwich and then rocking up at Plymouth. Yeah, but some people thought that this guy could be the catalyst to Leeds United getting promoted. Hey. Decades. Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah, Russ 1973. And yeah, this is something else we have to consider as well. Plymouth, they may be saving their best players for the league. You know, it's not just us going for promotion, it's teams down the bottom that are trying to stay in it, you know, rather than go back to League One. So there is all kinds of things we have to look out for. But yeah. So yeah, listen, people, I thought, yeah, that's it. Daniel Farke as well. Oh, that was the last thing. Just to put a bow on it. There is something else. Come on, Phil. I know you got the quote. Here we go. Now that we're at the cup. Can you guys see that? I'm on that page. Okay, cool. Farke's still not sure how things will land in the transfer market, saying again that they're a position where Leeds could do with more depth, but also repeating his view that getting players they want in this window is tough. And it was also added as well, I think Popey asked him about, are you waiting for Premier League teams to finalize their teams before you do anything? So it is probably going to be a case of, I know Farke doesn't like players that haven't played a lot, but it looks like we are going to have to get players that haven't been playing a lot, i.e. like a Ben Johnson. I've mentioned Aaron Creswell before. I'd love to see him come in at left back. but it's going to be those kind of players. Maybe Connor Roberts if Burnley are able to let him go. So I mean, oh, it could be a name that we haven't even been linked with. Listen, people, it's been a month of pure nothing, and it's only in the last, I would say, week or so I've just not done transfer videos, only because there hasn't been anything concrete to talk about. No credible links. There's been nothing. So we shall see. That the window is coming closer to closing. Farke saying it's difficult, but the need is there, which I'm glad he recognizes. Stuart saying our under 21s will beat Plymouth. I think, wasn't it our under 21s that got beaten by PSV the other night? Hey, that was ugly, man. I think it finished 7-0 in the end. Yeah. But listen, people, that will be the preview. That's going to be the Charlie Creswell news. Please let me know what you think in the comments from anything discussed today. Drop your score predictions below. Like the video, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for the match reaction. Peace out, people.